So this morning we've got the specialised Kenevo, and as you can see, the remote wire came off, as you do, it happens, and it basically nipped the dropper lever against the actual brake lever and knackered it. Problem you've got is these come in as a pack. They're £100 to replace. The good news is there is a fix, which is I'm going to kind of show you for now. Okay, so this is as far as I've got for now. I took the lever off. It has got a little grub. Hold on now, there we go. I can show you. Little grub screw there. Just undo that. Obviously take your grip off, undo that. Battery out first. And this is your cable. It's in two parts. So this part here runs right down and fits into the battery compartment in the bottom down there. And this bit, as you see, unclips here. So even if you do break it and you do order a new part, I mean I have anyway, it's hard to do. There you go. It pops, you know, it pops off. Just make sure you get your pins back in the right way. Anyway, the good thing is they give you plenty of lead, so you're not going to run yourself short. So what I've started to do is gently strip back the cable, like so, and then as you can see, what I've started to do is on each bit of wire I'm going to strip them back. Now if you're going to do a decent professional job, you probably wouldn't need to replace it. You could just join them together on both sides and solder them, which would make total sense, and by rights it should work. But for today I'm just going to nip them together, and then I'm just going to cover them with masking tape and see what happens. So yeah, that's how we get on. It's kind of hard to do this with having somewhere on. So you're trying to make a video and the next time neighbour decides to put a lawnmower on. Right, okay, so let's run you through the situation. Okay, so specialised Levo, Kenevos all have these lovely bar mount remote control switch. It goes in through the thing, and then it separates into two parts inside the frame of the battery, as you can see. That's one end. Two ends, and that end goes all the way down through the frame and obviously to the motor, which is concealed in there. So what happened in my case, I mean, bear in mind these are like £900. So what happened for me, I was riding along, so look, blah blah blah, you know, on like that. Came off, knocked the lever bent and nipped the really flimsy cable, because they're only a soft rubber, against the lever, and basically shorted it. So this is as far as I've got this morning to show you what I'm doing. So basically it's been a case of cut it, snip back a bit of cable on each, and then wire them all together, kind of like, let's look at an example of one. The blue one's probably the best one to show you, like that. Now I'll have to put a bit, the best way to do it is solder them, put something over it so it doesn't, you know, so you don't short it, because that'll be the main problem. But in theory, you know, from a switch that wasn't working, so look where we are now. 1, 2, I think there's 7 in total. So what I'll do now is I'll put a bit of, you know, electrical wire over them, of each one, because otherwise they'll short against each other. And I'll get back to you, see how we get on. Okay, so back again, part 2. So there we go. It's kind of not the tidiest job in the world for now, but the main point of it is that once you've joined the cables, you can't short them, hopefully. So what I'll do now, in fact, I'll put the battery in. Let me just put this wire back up out of here, and by rights, there, I'll tie wrap that later. This is a kind of a don't try this at home, kids, kind of thing. But right, so just put the battery back on for now. Put it back on. Let's turn her on. Okay, all looking good. As you say, I'll need to cover that up properly, but fingers crossed. No. Oh. Oh. So there we go. There we go. So what? Down, down, up, up. Let's go back down again. Down, down, turbo, up, down, down. The walk mode will work, but it doesn't make a sound, does it? So, like I say, I'll now kind of tape that together so it's nice and tight. I know it's a bit of a bodge job, but a bit of shrink wrap over it or something, and we've got a way to go. And that is basically 100 quid. Do you know what I mean, for the whole new part. Obviously, you know, I am ordering one, you know, full disclosure and all that kind of stuff. But for now, because we're on lockdown, you know, I could have just rode with obviously pressing the plus and minus as I'm riding, but I like the bar. So yeah, that's kind of how you do it. So as long really as you've got the top part, like the bar part, that, you know, maybe you get split and anything that stops working, you know, it is kind of fixable for now. Probably void your warranty to death and all that kind of stuff again, but you know, who knows, as long as your bike works, isn't it? YOLO, innit? Right, cheers for watching, guys.